joy my daughter and smoking cigars. Not necessarily the two together. But he said she doesn't smoke. She's only 6, but she likes to hang out with me in my garage.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, just to
That's
clarify
nice. Yeah, good clarification there. It is a 6-year-old smoking cigars.
Yeah.
Hey, Rich,
yes.
can I play?
Absolutely.
I just scribbled a list.
Okay.
Because I have a lot.
Okay.
There's a lot, and most of them are little things, but I won't go through the whole list. But I'll tell you, the smell of bacon frying.
Oh, that's a good one.
Gives me joy. Thank you.
Yes. I love that smell.
Yeah. Linda and I sitting on the deck late in the day as dusk is approaching, and if the temperature's pleasant, just sitting out there enjoying the quiet. That brings me joy as well. The New York Mets losing brings me great joy.
That's okay. What about poor Brian, who works here in the hardest working guy in the station?
I love Brian, but his Mets affiliation is not my problem.
Okay, all right.
I love it. It's funny because I love it when the Phillies win, but I almost love it more when the Mets lose.
Yeah.
And then, of course, as you know, I'm an aficionado of good bourbon in a glass with one big ice cube. That gives me joy.
Do you like the big round one or the square one?
The big square, a big square cube, ice cube.
Right.
In a heavy glass, couple fingers of bourbon. Enjoyed in moderation.
They said the round one's the best because it somehow melts at a different pace.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I've went to bourbon class once, and they go, if you do those big sphere of ice, that they melt a certain way, and it just adds to the liquor.
Okay, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say that. Of course, my grandkids give me joy.
Well, yeah, that's number one.
Yes. I had to say bacon frying first because I knew the reaction would.
Oh yeah. Oh,
and it's just true.
Come on, let's all go to Shorty's Diner after the show and get bacon.
Jim Rome once called bacon meat candy, and I just think that's such an appropriate.
Yes. My wife just sent me a text. You know what she said brings her joy?
What?
Not me. Not me. Not Riggs, my son who's coming home on Monday. No. For her, she says Home Goods and TJ Maxx bring her joy.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Not me. Not me. The only other thing I think that could bring her joy, though, is when I say, I'll grill. Don't worry, I got dinner tonight, I'll grill.
Rich, she didn't say those were the only things that brought her joy. They were just things she wanted to bring up.
No, I think those are the only things she had to bring her joy.
She's married to me for a long time. What brings everybody joy?
She knows you.
She knows me. You falling asleep on the couch. That would bring me joy. 833-804-1140. The number for you to join us on the James River Air Text line. What brings you joy? I had something else that I'm thinking of doing for the 933 experiment, but this joy thing, it's rather interesting because everybody has something different that brings them joy. Bacon. I think, Dave?
That'd be high on my list, too.
Is that universal?
Unless you don't like bacon, which is
un-American. I don't think I want to be your friend. You want to talk about menaces to society? You can't appreciate bacon? I love bacon. Bacon makes everything better.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not good for you, but it's so good.
Like the big, thick cut bacon. You know what I really need help with? I don't know how to. If Gary can help me with this as well. How do you cook? What do you do with pork belly?
What do you do with it?
Yeah. Do you fry it like bacon? Do you?
Yeah, you can do it that way. You can smoke it.
Can I grill it?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Like I'll go to Industrial Tap House in Goochland, and they do a pork belly sandwich, which is delicious. I'm trying to figure out how to cook it. I don't know because I see it at Costco every week, and I'm looking at it, and I look at it. I'm like, I'd love to try to cook this, but I don't know how.
Well, you can go on YouTube or
I know. I just thought
Google it, but I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah,
I've never cooked any pork belly that thick before.
Yeah. Well, somebody knows. Let me know. But again, keep it coming. And this is completely hijacking the show. I know you want me to do all the news. All right. They're talking in Iran. J.D. Vance is back. Donald Trump's disagreeing with Iran. There you go. That's your news. Let's talk about what brings you joy this morning. 833-804-1140. I do want to bring this up, though. I do need to get to this. The Democrats win big. I mean, big in New York. They actually had someone who was a darling of the Democratic Party just 5 years ago, Dan Goldman, who was one of the prosecutors of Donald Trump in one of his impeachment trials. He and Adam Schiff were like just rocketing rock stars in the Democratic Party. He is out, loses to a Democratic socialist. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Here's what I think. If you're a Republican and you're gloating this morning, oh, look at what Zoran Mamdani did. Dude, you're barking up the wrong tree. The Democratic Party is being eaten alive inside their own barrel. Like they put one bad apple in there, Bernie Sanders, and that bad apple is going to ruin the entire bunch. And if you're a Republican and you're sitting here going, look at those Democrats, be careful what you wish for. Because when Zoran Mamdani got elected mayor of New York, a lot of people, yeah, that'll teach him. We'll really show New York what it's like when the whole thing falls apart. Well, guess what's happened? That Democratic Socialist Party has only gotten stronger once they secured a huge platform like the mayor of New York City. And what has he given you since? More Democratic Socialist, communist mayors throughout the world, throughout the United States. And now you see him using his political power, his flex, along with Bernie and AOC, who's, by the way, you're not seeing AOC out there talking as much. There's something going on with AOC. Mark my words. She's getting ready for something bigger, and you might see her make a run at the biggest office in the land. I can't tell you that, just my intuition saying this, because she's no longer that spokesperson. You laughed when Jasmine Crockett got voted out down in Texas, but I'm telling you, the Democratic Socialist Party is making inroads on a daily basis inside the Democratic Party, which means they're making moves and steps and gaining power in the United States of America, and that scares the heck out of you, and it ought to scare the heck out of me. 833-804-1140 if you want to comment on this. But the fact that the Democratic Socialists went so big in New York, they're able to knock off traditional Nancy Pelosi Democrats. Nancy Pelosi used to be the far left wing of the party now. She's not even liberal enough for some of these left-wing loons that they're bringing out. They want to, listen, abolish ICE is the stupidest thing I can think of anybody ever having come out of their mouth. But the fact that that's not even the craziest things they're talking about, some of these new Democratic Socialists, and by the way, that is just Orwellian speak. These are just flat-out communists. Not the communists that you think of in the traditional sense. This is how this Marxism is morphed. Maybe it's probably easier to call them Marxist than communist, because then they go, oh, no, we're not like Stalin. We're not like Chairman Mao. No, you're a Marxist. And what they're doing right now is they're convincing a whole younger generation of Americans that capitalism, socialism, yay! And they're selling the same lie that we've seen with Marxism since its inception. But the problem is right now, Gen X has given, and we've raised generations of millennials and Gen Z that are buying the nonsense of socialism and Marxism. And you're seeing this march across the Democratic Party. And if I'm a Democrat, you better get in line. Otherwise, they're going to run you off the way they ran off Goldman in New York. A loyal Nancy Pelosi Democrat gone for the Democratic Socialists that have such radical agendas that they're just now starting to say out loud. I'm concerned. And if you know anybody who's Republican going, yeah, I can't wait to take these guys on. Folks, you better be careful what you wish for. Because on the Republican side, if you're rooting for the Democrats to be taken over by the Democratic Socialists, do not be at the backside of mess around and find out. You want to comment? 833-804-1140. But I saw this yesterday. I watched the results coming in. I'm like, these guys are for real. Sound the alarms, raise the red flags. The Democratic Socialists, the Marxists in America have gotten stronger in the last 4 years, the last 5 years, and they're stronger than they ever have been in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, 90s. Right now, 2026, they are a legitimate threat to our way of life with their Marxist ideas and the radical ideas they have. They're a legitimate threat in the political process. They've got more power and more flex than they've ever had. And the Democratic Party is where they got in. And if the Democratic Party doesn't do something, these people will take over your party. 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140. Today's program brought to you in part by GrifFinancialGroup.com.